Hi everyone, welcome back. Here we are, Anton Zellner, detective, or constable actually, searching around the Orient Express to solve a few puzzles. Right. Oh, okay. I thought they were going to grab us for a conversation. They're not. Right. We need to go and try and convince Matty to talk to us, and we're going to do that by walking straight past him, pretending we're not interested, then coming back, and we're going to offer him some sweets. I'll be honest, a policeman offering a kid sweets is not a great look, but
no reason to. You made trouble and got
ignore the
punished
optics.
for it. Take it as a peace offering.
Just 4?
If I'm faster than you, there'll only be 3.
Hey!
Friends again?
Mm-hmm.
All right then. And no dangerous nonsense anymore.
Okay.
I've just seen there's an axe there. That'll get us in the door. Right, so what's the boy's plans? I think he is the master thief, maybe.
How old are you, Matt?
In 8 months, I'll be 9 years old.
And do you already know what you want to be when you grow up? A burglar?
No, we'll see. Maybe an actor.
Really? Well, I don't know. You need a lot of talent for that. I'm an actor in a theater group, you know?
You are?
Oh, yes. And I'm one of the best in our group, if I may say so. I get really deep into my roles, you know? I don't just talk like the character. I think like him. I become him. It's the only way to...
Very thespian.
Matt, are you okay?
Oh, Heimlich.
I think you just have to be good at copying things to be an actor.
That wasn't bad. Disturbing, but not bad.
Yeah. Okay, so he wants to be an actor. So we need to remember that, because maybe he'll question his motives and what he sees and says. The steward, have you seen him?
Have you seen the steward anywhere?
No. He was walking around a little while ago, though.
Hopefully they didn't forget him in Zurich.
What's he supposed to do?
I'm looking for a key to open a compartment door.
Did you check his things behind the counter?
I'm sure the drawers will be locked.
Can't you
They
break
are.
it open? Or pick the lock like the Raven?
Perhaps. But I'd need a piece of wire or something like that.
Ask my mom. She has a lot of hairpins. She doesn't like
Ah.
the wind messing up her hair.
Bobby pins.
Thanks for the tip.
There we go. We've got progress. We can get hopefully, into there. Lady
Your
Westmacott.
mother is Lady Westmacott's companion, correct?
Yeah, but it's not like you think. At first I thought, boy, you must be really wicked if you need to pay for friends. But the lady's really okay. A bit odd and really old. But other than that, she's great. She likes me.
The lady has peculiar taste.
Hey!
She does indeed.
You
Where
and
do
your
you live?
mother, do you both live on Lady Westmacott's estate?
I'm only there for the holidays. Most of the time I'm at boarding school.
I imagine that's not very pleasant.
No, it's fine. I have friends there. You always have to be so quiet in the lady's house. And I'm not allowed to bring any friends.
Such a big house with so many places to hide and no one to play hide and seek with.
You said it.
Oh, life's dramas, eh? Life could be so unfair. Let's ask about his father.
And how long has your mother worked for the lady?
2 years.
And your father? What does he do?
He stayed home. I used to go fishing with him. And hunting. He even let me shoot a real gun.
And then?
Then Mom fought with him. And he left. I was 7.
How old is he now? Did you say? He was 8, wasn't he? So, it's not long then. Not long then. Have you seen anything of the missing
The
purse?
Baroness in the second compartment over there is missing her purse. Do you have any idea where it could be?
Do I ever?
Hmm?
Oh,
That guy over there with the violin case?
What about him?
He picked up something in Zurich and put it in his violin case.
Really?
Yeah. And he made sure that nobody saw him.
But you saw him.
Uh-huh.
Did you also see what it was?
Nah, not really. But now that I think of it, it must have been the Baroness's purse.
I should look into it, shouldn't I?
I think so.
So long.
right.
So long.
Okay. So that he might have the purse. We thought. Why did that come up? We need to pick the violin case. can examine it.
The violin case looks pretty old, but that doesn't say anything about the quality of the violin. The best
No.
violins are often in the oldest cases.
Yeah, indeed. Right, let's have a
That
chat.
says the violinist put something in his violin case on the platform. Seems suspicious somehow. The question is,
does.
how credible is a statement from an imaginative boy?
Yes, and he's a bit of an actor as well. It does raise doubts, I'll grant you. It's a little concern, but let's go with it.
Excuse me, sir.
Baroness's
The
purse.
passenger is missing her purse. Perhaps it was stolen.
Really?
Someone saw you with your violin case on the platform in Zurich.
What's the meaning of this? I didn't steal anything.
Nobody said you did. I just wanted to ask you whether you might have noticed anything on the platform.
Ah, well,
Why did you think I was accusing you?
well, I thought because you mentioned my violin case in the context of the purse.
Apropos, may I have a look at your violin? It must be a very extraordinary piece.
Oh, that's not possible. It's a
Ooh.
genuine Guarneri.
Very valuable.
Very, and also very sensitive.
What could harm it here? Light? Air? May I ask you to open the
What was
violin
that?
case?
No, you may not. I'm not guilty of anything.
I'm afraid I have to insist.
Then I'm afraid you need a warrant. I will not stand back and let you rifle through my belongings.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Well,
I
examine
think
it.
the violinist is hiding something. But to be
Yeah, me
sure
too.
that Matt was right, I have to get a look in the violin case. How can I do that without the violinist's consent?
We could stab him in the neck with a toothpick. That'll distract him. And then chuck him out the window. Oh, hang on. Put a toothpick in the runner. Look, now I've learnt that. Oh, I didn't want. That's probably the wrong thing to pick up. That's read enough. It seems that. That's obviously a thing. He didn't like the window being open earlier, did he?
The tip of the toothpick is stuck between the window and the runner.
Okay. What will that do?
What are you doing? Didn't I make myself clear? The window stays closed.
Ah, right. Here we go. You can still see exactly what we're doing. It's a pistol.
Well, that's not what you expect to find in a violin case. An old
And the
one,
purse, though.
probably still fully functional.
Can I take it? I should take that. I'm a policeman.
Hey, what are you doing there?
I was taking your case for safekeeping, since it was left here unattended. When I picked it up, the cover unlatched.
I never leave my violin unattended.
Ah, then no one else could have put this purse in your case.
Someone must have snuck it in, like you.
Aha, for sure. And
Yeah.
you have a pistol in the case because...
I don't owe you an explanation. It's mine. I have a gun license. Now, take
You're
the
moving
damn
it
purse
between
to the Baroness
countries,
and
though.
leave me in peace. Just get lost.
It won't be that easy. I'll report the incident to the Italian authorities in Venice. I'll inform the authorities in Venice. They'll decide what to do with him.
Yes, you. Look at you. Let's search
Should I
the purse.
take a look inside? It
Yes.
would be a breach of trust.
No,
On the
it
other
wouldn't.
hand, there might be important clues to be found.
Exactly. There might be incriminating something or others. You know, because if it is a plant, then maybe they planted something in there which should be embarrassing to the Baroness. So let's do it. I'm convincing myself, and I can just hit the button. Ooh,
And
let's
here,
have a look.
a picture. A family in a garden. From the light clothing of the people in the picture and the strong shadows, I'd say the picture was taken on a sunny day.
Okay. Examine the letters.
Private.
Okay. Turn over the picture.
Tough to read. It's old-fashioned German. I learned it in school, but I'm a bit out of practice. I've been writing with the Latin-style script for 10 years now, like everyone else. Seems like it says, "For my dear little sister Meta, summer in Masuria, 1926. The Baroness must have been a young woman in 1926. She probably spent the summer holidays with her family there.
That's part of 40 years ago,
Memories
isn't it?
carried in a picture, but it's none of my business. I should give the Baroness her property back."
But you say that.
There's nothing of interest to me or to Inspector Legrand in the purse. I should
You
give
sure
it back to
that
the Baroness.
there was cash? I could take the cash. Well, I suppose we better hand it back. Oh, let's tell Matt he did a good job.
Hey, Matt. The violinist really did steal the purse. Well observed.
I knew it! I bet he's got more stuff planned. I'll stay here and keep an eye on him secretly. Okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. Well, we can take the book now.
Should I ask for an autograph? That would be quite unprofessional.
Probably
But on
would
the
be.
other
Yeah.
hand,
She's retiring, so we not get another chance. Right. Oh yes, we still got to get the. Oh yes, we're going to go and speak to Matt's mum and get the hairpin, weren't we?
first I better see about getting the door open, and then have another talk with the professor. It doesn't seem like
No,
I'll
sorry.
get anything out of him.
I was trying to get this. There we go. This one.
Oh, Inspector, did you find the Baroness's purse?
I did indeed.
You did? Out of my way, James.
Wow.
Oh, wunderbar. Tremendous work, Inspector.
Constable, Baroness. Constable Anton Jakob Zellner, at your service.
Let's ask about the purpose
May
of the
I
trip.
ask you where this beautiful train is taking you?
To the madhouse, I'm afraid. One is close to the brink of insanity with this constant shaking and rattling.
Have you ever tried flying, Baroness?
Do you know how little luggage one is permitted upon an aeroplane? It defies all reason and good taste.
True. Burglary at the
Have you
museum.
heard about the burglary at the British Museum?
Heard about it? I'm directly affected by it.
How so?
Ooh.
I'm in charge of the Friends of the British Museum. And for your information, I'm financing the exhibition.
Exhibition? What exhibition?
The exhibition in Cairo. Where did you think we were going? The eyes of the Sphinx were supposed to be exhibited
Right.
together for the first time in decades. Now that one of them is gone, the exhibition will be rather less sensational than we'd hoped.
On the other hand, there's a chance that all the uproar will generate more attention, and that the exhibition will still be a great success.
Perhaps, but we wanted to show them both together. That was the whole point.
Right. Do you know anything about the passengers?
Can you tell me anything about your fellow passengers, Baroness?
No, not really. I could hardly care who's penned up in here with me. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Lucien is here, the professor. Poor fellow. The eye of the Sphinx that was stolen belonged to his collection.
Professor
Oh.
Lucien is an Egyptologist.
But of course, as director of the Egyptian department of the British Museum, he has to be. The whole burglary thing really upset him. Director Thomas told me he was a nervous wreck.
I'll take my leave of you now, Baroness, and I do hope your journey becomes more bearable.
Ha! Yes, indeed, Inspector.
Constable. James?
Oh, so that's interesting. So he's an Egyptologist, but he's still not that worried about the
First,
thing.
I better see about getting the door open, and then have a
Oh yeah,
dozen
okay. We were going for the hairpin, weren't we? Yeah, okay. So he won't talk to us. Right, so the first of our tasks has been completed. The Baroness has her purse back. Let's talk
Mrs. Miller
to...
may... But she does. I imagine she has her...
Yep, sorry. I just want to talk to her. Let's not observe her again.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes?
Can I have a hairpin? Notice
Did you
anything?
notice anything unusual on the train?
Oh, I'm afraid not. I was totally focused on my work.
She's always got an awful lot to do, my Mary.
You have to tell me if that's not all right with you.
Good Lord, child. Knit as much as you want.
So, nothing out of the ordinary.
No, Constable.
Can I borrow a hairpin?
Please excuse my unusual request, but Matt said you have some hairpins. Could I borrow one?
One of my hairpins?
It's a long story. It would be a big help.
Well, if you really need one.
Go ahead, Mary.
Yes, please.
The constable won't do it any harm, will you, Mr. Zellner?
Of course not, madam.
It's got very upbeat music.
Is
Very
this one
optimistic.
okay?
It'll do nicely.
looks lovely.
madam. How very kind of you.
Right.
Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
Can I ask for an autograph? Oh, I don't have the book. Yes, I do.
Lady Westmacott,
Yes?
I was wondering if you might,
Sign your book, Constable Zellner?
if it isn't too much of an inconvenience.
Of course it's an inconvenience, but only a small one.
There we go.
You are welcome.
Thank you so very much.
It's worth a bit more now. We'll be able to flog that and get some cash and retire early, maybe. Right. Let's use the hairpin here. Let's see if we can get this drawer open.
And suddenly, it's me who's the thief on the train.
Yes, indeed, you dastardly constable.
That was easier than expected.
Oh, it worked. Brilliant. What we got?
Batteries, a toothbrush, a shaving brush. But
Take it
not
all.
the key to the compartment door. Just
Rubbish.
this one. Too small for the door, but it might still be useful. A
Small
key
key.
to a padlock.
Ah, yes. We know where that is. Alright, let's head outside to the box then and see if we can get that padlock open, see what's in there. It's going to be the remains of the steward, is it? All butchered up. I may be over-exaggerating this. It may not be it at all. Oh, we're making progress, though.
That's it. There we go. This should help.
What was it? What did he take out there? Pliers!
My grandfather was a blacksmith. When I was a child, I used to play with tongs on hammers in his workshop. My mother never cared for that. She was always worried about my little fingers. But I never hurt myself seriously. I'm quite clever with tools.
Okay. Right, let's try the hairpin trick again with the professor's door. Oh. Hello, Anton. Oh, where's James off? Right. Sorry, James, I've got a hairpin.
Doesn't work with this kind of lock. I need something to turn the pin. Perhaps a thoughtful conductor noticed that Professor Lucien wasn't in his compartment and locked it.
Perhaps.
I need
Examine the
the
locked door.
right key or a proper tool to get the door open. The lock wouldn't stand a chance against the pliers.
Ah, right, okay. I'm not quite sure how that would work, but okay, let's go for it. Is it the knobs come off? Is that what it
Grip on
is?
the bolt with these.
Well, come on then, hurry up.
Is that what it is? There, we're in.
Oh?
It worked anyway. Hello.
Left the window ajar.
Oh, somebody's been.
Nothing to see.
Oh no! Oh no!
Ah,
Lost our
Are
hat.
you okay?
yes. Fine.
What was in the bag? Let's talk about
Do
the
you
locked door.
have any idea why the door was locked?
I don't know. Maybe the constant vibrations caused the lock to lock itself.
You can't possibly believe that.
Well, then what's your theory?
The conductor could have locked it from the outside. On the other hand, it could have been someone here in the compartment who locked the door from the inside.
Who? And where have they gone?
They could have climbed out there.
Who would be that insane?
You tell me, Professor.
Valuables.
What are you hiding in your bag? What
Yeah.
do you have that would be worth stealing?
No, nothing.
No valuables?
Certainly not. Not on my salary.
It was enough for a first-class compartment on a luxury train.
That's my business.
You're playing a dangerous game, Professor Lucien.
Yeah, where's he getting this money?
I believe you and the inspector do know each other.
Well, what makes
Yes.
you think that?
It seems like the two of you are running a haulage company specializing in safes.
I won't comment on that. It's a matter of international importance.
Tell me, Professor, would you happen to have a key in your briefcase? And if so, would it still happen to be there?
Then all would be as it should.
That's what we hope, at least. All the same, it would have been a simple matter for a thief to make an impression of it. Right, Professor?
Oh.
Is your bars of soap still there? So, okay, so he's got the key to the safe box, and that's why he's pleading ignorance. Okay, so it may not be that he's involved in criminal activity. Head of the Egyptian department.
It wasn't an issue for you? Even though you're the head of the department where it occurred?
All right. The burglary was most upsetting. And shocking. And I
Okay,
didn't
yeah.
know what to do, okay?
And you couldn't just tell me that.
The fewer people who know about it, the better. I can't trust anyone.
It's in the newspaper.
You're not only going to Venice, are you? Could it be that your journey will continue? All the way to Egypt, perhaps? I'm on your side, but the more you lie to me, the more difficult you make my job.
Okay, let's
I'd
have a
like
look
to
around.
look around a bit.
Of course.
Right, examine the window.
Assuming there really was someone in the compartment, and he climbed out the window, where's he gone?
Don't know what we got here. Examine the
Wow.
desk set.
That's a very nice fountain pen. Pricey.
If you'd managed to decode hieroglyphics that boggled the best minds of the last 3,000 years, you'd have received a gift like that as well.
Fair enough. If he's got like the Baroness as his patron, then that makes sense. The old
I
bag.
really wonder what the professor is hiding from me. But I can't just rifle through the luggage of innocent citizens. This is the 60s.
This is the 60s. So look, is anyone hiding
No.
down here?
Nothing interesting.
What about a bar of soap? Is the soap missing? No, there's a bar of soap there. Examine the bottles and books.
Bible, Grimm's fairy tales, Moby Dick, and gin, whiskey, and rum. All classics.
Classics, yeah. Notebook. In-game menu. Highlight current spots. Oh! This is what the scribbling we can hear. Oh, brilliant! We've got a scrapbook. Return of the Raven. It's a private notebook of Constable Anton Jakob Zellner. Should you find this book, please send it directly to Zurich Police Station. So September 23rd, 1963. When the eyes of the Sphinx were stolen. Secrets. Who is the Raven? Look for clues to unveil the identity of the Raven. Persuade Legrand. I have to convince Legrand I can be of use. Helping the professor open his door would be a good start. Oh, we've done that, which is good. Legrand. Do a nice drawing of him. Legrand. Raven, it must be said, was greatly esteemed by the public for his clever, daring robberies. A copycat criminal has plagued us for several months now. Though the intimidator leaves raven feathers at the scenes of his crimes, his thefts exhibit none of the original Raven's refinement or gamemanship. The last 3 robberies have resulted in a total of 5 casualties, one of them severely injured, although by the grace of God no deaths. Scotland Yard, Interpol and Inspector Legrand could not be reached for comment. Okay, we've already got that. Legrand's trap. We know about that. The violinist. There's a man with a violin case sitting in the passenger car. He claims to be a soloist. Seems to be rather worse for the wear. His hand shakes. On his way to Venice, he says, led on to Cairo by ship to give a concert in the Egyptian Museum, obviously all part of the exhibition. He took advantage of the opportunity and pocketed the purse. Seems to have money troubles, to say nothing of questionable morals. A dangerous combination. Lady Westmacott considers Quetzer to be a sort of man who leeches off others. Right. Professor. I made acquaintance of Professor Lucian from the British Museum. He claims to be a robbery at the British Museum, hardly affect him, but I won't believe him. He seems rather nervous. Okay, so he's just confessed that that wasn't true. What's he hiding? Well, we've just had that, so hopefully that'll be updated soon. The locked compartment, James the butler. And who locked it first? I think the door was locked from the inside, and that whoever locked it escaped through the window. If I'm right, there's really a thief on the train. So why is that put under James the butler? Because he's in the other compartment. Missing purse, that has been returned. Baroness von Trebitz. She's financing the exhibition, so that's why she's going. Lady Clarissa Westercott. Her most successful mysteries: Little Indians, Death on the Rails, Murder in Egypt, Under a Full Moon, Styles of Fair Mystery, The Vicarage in the Mirror. Okay, so these, I'm guessing these are twists on Agatha Christie's, are they? Interesting. And Dr. Gebhardt. Oh yes, we've forgotten about him. I've already spoken to Dr. Gebhardt in Zurich. He's a German doctor planning on finishing his career in Italy. Can't say that I found him particularly likeable. He's polite and courteous, but I don't really think his friendliness is genuine. Something's off with him, yeah. Constable Robert Oliver. Constable seems to be an honest man, but not a clever one. He worships Legrand, and that much is clear. He's proud to be working at the side of a great detective. To be honest, I'd feel the same in his place. Constable Oliver was in the British Museum the night of the robbery. Most curious. He was just a stone's throw from the Raven when he stole the first eye, and now he's supposed to be guarding the second one. Indeed, that is interesting. Right. Are we done?
Professor Lucien?
Yes?
Professor.
Goodbye.
The good professor is hiding something. It would be good if I could find out more about him.
James. Let's go and have a word with James. Oh, actually, should we give the... we said we'd return the hairpin, didn't we? Let's have a look at the... We need to have a look at the book, actually. It has,
Pardon me, sir.
We could have used you a few minutes ago.
yeah, where's the steward finally returns? Where's he come from? Oh, okay. I thought I could observe that. Maybe she'd written a clue in there, but she hadn't. Let's give that back to Miss Miller.
Mrs. Miller?
Miss Miller, sorry.
Yes?
Thank you for your hairpin, Mrs. Miller. It really got me out of a jam.
Oh, really? That's good to hear. And thank you for bringing it back to me. Not everybody would have.
I'm a Swiss policeman, madam. I couldn't do otherwise even if I tried. Goodbye, Mrs.
Good.
Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
Her eyes told a different story. Right, let's go and have... We saw James walking down the corridor, didn't we? Got the click spot right. Right. Let's go and have a word with James and see if we can find out a little bit more about the Professor. Hello, James.
The butler, this James, seems to have escaped the Baroness. Good day to you, sir.
Can I be of any assistance, sir?
I wanted to ask you a few questions.
Is James your real
If you'll
name?
Pardon a rather odd question. Are you really named James? That would be a lucky coincidence in your line of work.
My name, sir, is Clive Alfred Inch.
Your second name is Alfred, yet the Baroness calls you James.
Madam considers James to be the only forename suited to a butler, sir.
Oh, okay. How's the career going?
Isn't butler an odd choice of career?
It is true that I am one of a dying breed, sir. The war claimed a generation of butlers.
Have you been to war as well?
Indeed, sir. I was a groom for a cavalry officer.
When you British talk about war, one is never sure which war you mean. It seems the situation hasn't changed much since the 30 Years' War, has it?
Shrapnel from a bomb dropped by a Fokker would not have wounded me in the 30 Years' War, sir.
No, of course not.
Yeah, after the First World War, a lot of the big houses which had butlers and maids and all that kind of thing, obviously they just couldn't afford to keep going. After, most of them went bump. The world changed after the First World War. Do you know anything about the burglary in London?
Where did you and the Baroness board the train?
In Paris, sir. The Baroness was there on behalf of a charity that she supported for many years.
So you weren't in London when they broke into the British Museum?
We may have been, actually. We left for Dover bright and early the morning after the burglary. But it was in Paris when we first heard of it. The morning paper in London didn't mention the unfortunate event, sir.
And just 2 days later, you're on a train bound for Switzerland. The Baroness certainly gets around.
Indeed, sir. We are practically always on the go.
Okay, good to know.
What can you tell me about the Baroness?
Nothing, sir. A butler does not tattle.
Goodbye, James.
Very good.
Or Alfred.
Okay, so he's a good butler then. Matt, any more clues?
Hey, Matt. The violinist...
Oh.
I knew it. I'll stay here.
Sounds like a...
Okay. Right, so, we've made some progress. We've, oh, it's a bit awkward. Let's come away from James. We have returned the Baroness's purse. We have managed to get the Professor into his accommodation. We have lost our hat, which is a downside. We've got an autographed book, which will increase its value. What else have we got? A small key, which we've already used. A signed book. Graphite powder, which we're going to dust for prints on something. But we need to know more about the Professor now. He doesn't seem to be telling us much. Maybe
I don't
the
think
Baroness.
the Baroness has any more information for me. And she's not the most pleasant conversationalist either.
Right, okay. So maybe we need to get something else which will trigger the conversation with the Professor.
Professor Lucien.
Door is open. How can I help you,
Right.
Constable Zellner?
I'd like to
Let's
have
have
a
a
look
look around.
around the compartment.
Oh, of course.
Right, what is it that we haven't found? Examine the window.
Did the burglar leave any clues?
Ah, here we go.
Here's something.
Ah!
Maybe fingerprints.
Boom! Boom! It's just what I was thinking. I wondered why it wasn't... I'll just go out the window, surely.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to make what I suspect are fingerprints visible.
And? Found anything?
Unfortunately, no. There are only a couple of fingerprints on the window. It was probably cleaned before departure, but the prints I can see look like glove marks.
Well, wouldn't you expect that? What professional burglar wouldn't wear gloves?
It was worth a try.
The butler would wear gloves. The Baroness would wear gloves, although I can't see her popping out there.
I can only make out faint traces. Whoever was in this compartment was wearing gloves.
Right. So it used up all our dust. No, we still got more. Right, what else can we have a look at this lock then? No, we can't, because obviously they'd have touched that as well. Oh, hang on, can we use this thing? one down here. So what is it? Oh, examine a button. Thank you, mister. Without that thing, I would have never spotted it.
What's this?
It's a bouton.
What do you have there?
It's a button. From a suit or a uniform, I guess.
The burglar might have lost it.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
It's the steward.
If I notice anyone with a missing button on his jacket, I'll ask him about it. But I wouldn't
It's
get
the
my
steward,
hopes
isn't
up.
it?
If there was a burglar, he climbed out the window and jumped off the train.
Which explains why we haven't been able to see him. Or it's not the steward, it's somebody in the steward's uniform, which is another detective series program I have
I found
seen.
the button in front of the window in the archaeologist's compartment. The burglar might have lost it while climbing out the window, but there's no proof for my theory.
No. His strongbox keeps drawing my attention, but it doesn't seem to have anything. Right.
Professor Lucien?
Professor?
Yes?
Professor.
Goodbye. Right, let's go and check out James's uniform, see if he's got all the necessary. Oh, hang on. You've got buttons. I can't accuse him of everything though. And it doesn't appear that I can actually talk to him now. He's not talking to me either.
The butler, this James, seems to have escaped the Baroness. I don't think he can tell me anything more of interest.
Okay. Well, we'll try and figure out the mystery of the button next time. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're enjoying this. It's certainly colourful and I am enjoying it anyway. We're making good progress and yeah, it's still a bit of a challenge, which is good. Maybe I'll ask Matt as we're here next time about the button, see if he knows anything about the button, see if he's seen it. And I think that's our main task, isn't it? Figure out the button. Now, Matt did say when he played the prank on us that he saw a ghost just now out the window. I wonder if that was the thief getting out the window and then climbing up onto the roof of the train. So maybe go and check out that ladder again. But we'll do that next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying it. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.